This armor combination is the best stats armor you can get in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now it does look quite goofy, but it's pretty much a warrior priest outfit. So yeah, this is a combination of different types of armors that you can acquire in the game. Most of these are extremely expensive, so just be wary. If you have not enough Groshen, you probably won't be able to afford most of this. But obviously you can find all of this in the game world. But if you want the best tiered pieces of armor, you can either have really good RNG, or you can buy it in Kuttenberg. So in the Kuttenberg region, the city of Kuttenberg, you can actually buy pretty much all of this armor, and you can actually find pretty much most of it as well. There is one single piece of armor that you can't actually grab from Kuttenberg. It's in the Cuman camp, and there is a DLC armor which you can get from going on the Twitch streams for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and acquiring through there through the rewards section. So yeah, these are the armor pieces here, and all of these you can actually get from Kuttenberg other than 2 items. The Cleric's habit you can also get from Kuttenberg, but it's also RNG to get the best rated version of it. The Hunter's Belt and stuff like that does not really matter. That's completely up to you because it does not change the armor rating. So you can have any kind of pouch or belt. It's completely up to you which one you prefer. But for the actual pieces of armor, like the Nuremberg gauntlets and the actual leg plates, you can actually get from Kuttenberg. The spurs don't really matter. It depends on what kind of charisma you want, but we're just going off base stats for the armor rating. And yeah, that's how you grab all these. The same with the jewelry. The jewelry does not really matter. It's just considering if you do want better speech. So the first item here is pretty much like 4 pieces of the armor which you can find in this armor smith here. So inside of Kuttenberg, this is the first armor smith you want to go to. Like I said, you probably will need a lot of Groshen. I do have a video on my channel where you can actually find quite a few pieces of the Nuremberg gear from the Cuman camp, which you can get through this quest. But yeah, this is one of the areas where you can actually buy pretty much 4 pieces of it. So in this vendor, you can purchase the male hood with a coat of arms. You can purchase the male collar with a badge, and all these are the top rated ones, so you need to make sure you've got a lot of Groshen on you. You can get the Milanese cuirass, which is also a high rated one, so it's the 3-star one. And then you can also grab the Hubert Long as well. So like I said, you need a lot of Groshen to actually buy these, so I'd definitely save up and get the Nuremberg plate gauntlets. Now moving on to the next trader. So this trader will have pretty much just the actual gauntlets themselves and not the plate. So this trader here, located pretty much in the center of Kuttenberg, will actually sell you the actual gauntlets and not just the plate arms. So it's weird because they're called plate gauntlets and gauntlets, so these are the actual just gauntlets. So in here, you'll speak to this guy and you can grab the Nuremberg gauntlets. So yeah, like I said, these are all 3 tier 1s, the best ones you can grab. And then in this armor smith, you can actually buy the bassinet. So I don't know how you pronounce the name, it's like British or something. So yeah, this is the bassinet, which looks pretty cool anyway, but you can't see it with the hood up. So this is the bassinet where you can grab, it's 3 tier 1. And you do actually need a lot of Groshen, like I've said a million times. Just make sure you have a lot of money for this. Or you can use console commands if you're on PC, if you really want this armor. So in this area here, this is another armor smith where you can grab the rest of the armor. So just located here on the map is where you can grab the rest of the armor here. So there's a lot of armor smiths in Kuttenberg, so even if you cannot find them after showing into these locations, it's pretty much RNG. So this is where you get the noble plate legs. So it might be RNG, so in your game it might be slightly different, but if you check all of the armor smiths in Kuttenberg, you will actually be able to find pretty much all of these items here. So this is for the tailor. So this is for the padded Chelseas. I want to say that right. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let's just call them the padded pants. So in this tailor here, located in Kuttenberg, also you can find the padded pants, which is 3 tier also. So still fairly expensive, but most of these you can actually find in the game world. It's just RNG and chance. So if you do come across them in the game world and they are 3 tier, you'll be able to grab them. So now we're actually going to get the cleric monk robes. So you can grab this in pretty much most of the map. And in one of these side quests that I've actually shown on this channel, you will actually be able to grab 2 of these, just not the hood. So if you do not have the DLC hood, which you can get from Twitch, you can get the actual cleric hood, which is pretty much the exact same stats depending on what tier that they are. So this one I actually find here isn't one of the greatest tiers. But if you have good RNG chance, you will find a 3 tier 1, which will be the best tier you can actually grab for the cleric hood or pretty much any armor in general. So if you just pickpocket this guy for his keys, you'll be able to open the chest just on the left side of him, and then he will actually have the cleric hood and the cleric tunic as well, or habit as well. So yeah, this one's not a good tier 1, but obviously if you have good RNG, you probably will be able to find a decent one. So the cut priest hood is actually the DLC one, which I was on about, which you can grab through watching Kingdom Come Deliverance on Twitch. But if you are late to this video, you might not be able to grab it. So yeah, this is the end of it. So this is the last item you need. So this is actually a Cuman chest piece for the under of the armor. So this actual trader here will sell it but you can also grab it from any Cuman depending on what your RNG is. So if you have a decent one, you can actually grab this off any Cuman, so you will find a lot in Cuttenberg, and there is a Cuman camp also in the first region. So if you speak to this guy here, you can actually grab the Quilter Caftan. So this is a Cuman armor piece, so you can actually kill Cumans and grab this. This is a 2-tier one, but obviously if you keep going waiting 24 hours, you might be able to grab a 3-tier one. So this is all the armor pieces you can grab to make up this armor. Like I said, it looks kind of goofy, but yeah, this is pretty much the highest armor stats you can grab. Jewelry doesn't count, and obviously the waistband and the pouches don't really count to the armor rating, depending on what charisma you want. But yeah, this is pretty much the highest armor rate you can grab at the moment, and obviously with perks, it can go higher.